Alright, this is a tutorial of the Eonon head unit I bought for my 06 Mazda 3. You can see the dash bezel matches nicely. It retains this display up here, which was part of the factory radio. I got the radio on right now, but you get the clock and the temperature. All of the steering controls still work, which was a feature for me. I have it in GPS right now. There are two SD cards slots up here, so you put your SD card slot in there. That one's meant for the GPS. Then there's another SD card slot, which is just for whatever else you want. Additional storage, lots of storage options. I have two USB ports down here as well. Got one device plugged into it right now, the other one's open. There's also a free USB port on the back of it, which I'm going to install a dash camera in. I'm going to mount up a little camera on the rear view mirror here. I already have the camera, but it just has to be routed through the car, the dash, and down into it. That comes later. But anyway, you know, I can turn up using the steering wheel controls here. I can mute, all that fun stuff. Maybe I will mute right now. So yeah, it's a touch screen. It runs Android. I'm navigating to home right now. This is an app I'm demoing right now. Trying out some different apps for GPS. Google Maps. We got Waze on here. Try to find ones that don't require a data connection, because I have limited data through my phone and I don't want to get a dedicated SIM just for this thing. But this is one of the home screens. You know, on Android you can have multiple home screens along with widgets. Comes with a lot of stuff built in. So we were just listening to the radio. I was listening to a podcast earlier. So this tethers to my phone through Bluetooth, which you hear right now, which I'm using right now. You can play MP3 or any other format music off your USB devices or SD card. So I have a 64 gig SD card in there with a whole bunch of stuff. You can see there close to 2,000 songs. I usually just leave it on shuffle, but here it is scanning my library of all different things. So leave it on shuffle. If I advance to the next one, who knows what could come on. Yeah, a little 90s grunge there. Let's see. There's the Google Maps. Of course it has phone integration, which is pretty standard. It links up my address book. Can make calls. I have this Bluetooth OBD2 dongle connected to it. This is the latest thing I'm doing, and this hooks up to your car and actually monitors all kinds of interesting things. So this is the dashboard that I've set up here. If I put the car in gear and go, the little dials move. It's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna stop now for safety's sake. That's Torque, which is an app. Lots of apps installed. Again, it's Android, so you have everything that's in the Play Store. It does come preloaded with several apps. You can see here there's a slot up here. That's a DVD player. It plays music CDs as well as DVDs. I don't think I have anything in there right now. File management. You can look at the file system. ES File Explorer is a really good one for Android. Lets you just kind of look at, give you a nice big picture of all your stuff, between what's built into the unit and what you add on to it and everything. So that's kind of nice. You have settings, which is very similar to an Android phone or tablet settings screen. Sorry about the glare back there. Pretty standard stuff. And it's basically a standalone tablet. It doesn't do CarPlay or Android Auto or anything like that. That costs extra. But you can set it up in a way that it just kind of works the way you want it to. So I've kind of got it there at this point. I even put TeamViewer on it so I could remote into it if I needed to. If I'm working on it at the house, I can just turn the thing on and then connect to it remotely, not have to sit in my car for an hour. It's got a web browser, calendar. This is the screen I've been working out of for all the GPS. Found a widget for that Cygic or Cygic, however you say it, app. Kind of nice. Program in your commonly used items and stuff. This is the Predator clock widget, which I have to give Ian Clifton credit for. Guy I know wrote this widget a long time ago. Still works on the modern Android versions, which is awesome. Somewhere in there are the specs for this thing. It's a quad-core ARM processor. It has 1 gig of RAM. It has 12 gig of storage on board. The newer units come with 2 gig, which I think help it run a little better because this guy's a little laggy at startup. That's my only complaint, really, is when you first start it up. It kind of takes a little while to boot up because it has to do like a cold boot every time. There's your little, I don't know what you call this screen, but you can drop it down in any app or screen and get to some of like your basic stuff, including where notifications go. But I basically run it offline most of the time, and about once a month I'll hook it up and let it do its updates and stuff. Google Maps requires that once a month because the maps expire. It has offline maps. So if we wait for this guy to load, then I'll wrap up here. One thing that's kind of nice is turn on the headlights, and it's backlit. And it matches your factory colors, which is nice. The screen automatically dims when you turn the lights on, so when you're going at nighttime, you don't have this bright screen. It's very pleasing to the eye and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. So you can see here Google's taking a little while to load. I think with more RAM it would probably work a little better. I should probably pull it up and look at the usage. So anyway, that's my radio. There's a lot of these Chinese manufacturers that make these head units. There's a bunch of them out there. I really like this one because it matched the factory dash. That was the big thing for me. It was literally plug and play to install. It had all the right connectors. I didn't have to snip anything. And it looks like it's the factory radio, you know what I mean? There's not some blank adapter plate and then this kind of obvious screen in the middle of it. So that's it. Yeah, Google with offline maps. Run in here. And it's pretty neat the way it works. You basically select an area of your offline maps and then you just update it as needed. So what I did here was I picked kind of the greater Charlotte metro area and just told it to download that, and it's not very big. You can see there 244 meg, so you don't need ridiculous storage to do it. And then I just update that every month, and I've got the latest maps and it works offline. If I do want to put it online to get traffic info and stuff like that, I'll just turn hotspot on my phone, and it hooks up automatically, and then it's good to go. So I think that's about it. That's my radio. Have a good day. Bye.